Have you ever felt like you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing to be healthy, but somehow you're still struggling to actually do it? You know you should eat more protein. You know you should move your body. You know you need sleep. You know sleep is important and how badly it matters. You know that stress impacts your health. You know that you need to eat vegetables and that their fruits and veggies are important. You know strength training is so beneficial. You know drinking water is a good idea. And yet despite all of that knowing, and all of those things, you still feel overwhelmed, you feel stuck, inconsistent, or just darn right frustrated. If that's you, I want you to know something important. The problem probably isn't that you need more information, and that is what we're talking about today. Hey there, I'm Celia, women's health and pre- and postnatal specialist, nutrition coach, trainer, and mom of 4. I help women feel strong and confident in every season because a strong you is an enabled you. You matter and you are worth being well. Let's dive into today's topic. Never in human history have moms had more access to more health information than we do right now. Think about it. We have podcasts, we have YouTube, we have Instagram, we have books, we have online courses, we have Google, we have ChatGPT. At any moment of any day, we can access thousands of information of experts' opinions, studies, blogs, strategies, meal plans, workout routines, health recommendations, current diet trends. We have more information available than any generation, I feel like, at least before us. So, if information is the answer, shouldn't we be healthier than we are now? Shouldn't we never have an issue with consistency? Why are moms so exhausted then? Why are we so overwhelmed, confused, discouraged, constantly questioning whether that we are doing enough? Why? Because information and behavior are not the same thing. Knowing what to do and actually doing it are two completely different skills. One of the things researchers have consistently found in behavior change science is that knowledge alone rarely creates lasting change. Knowledge is only a key component. Think about that for a second. Most people already know the basics of healthy living. It's not always that hard. Most of us moms don't need another person telling us to eat vegetables, to be healthy, that they need to be healthy. Most of us moms don't need another article explaining why sleep matters. Most moms do not need another Instagram post reminding them to drink their water for the day. It's like, I know, right? So the problem means it isn't awareness. The problem is implementation. Us moms face unique challenges when it comes to implementation because most health advice we see on the internet is created for a very generalized category. Real life isn't generalized. Real life happens when your toddler is waking up at 2 a.m. Real life happens when someone gets sick in the middle of the night. Real life happens when your schedule falls apart. Real life happens when you're juggling appointments, meals, laundry, work, responsibilities, sports schedules, the babysitter falls through, and a million other demands, you name it. That is real life. That is not a perfect little box-in approach. The reality in motherhood that also creates unique barriers is that many generic health recommendations fail to address motherhood. Let's take sleep, for example. Research consistently shows sleep plays such a critical role in recovery and appetite regulation, in hormone function, in our mood and mental health, and just our overall health in general. That is so true. It's solid science. But what is a mom supposed to do with that? She's supposed to do with that information when she's up with a newborn. It's out of her control all the time in the night. She knows sleep is important. The issue isn't information. The issue is that her current season of life makes that information and that recommendation so difficult to implement. That's the problem. Take exercise support research. We know that physical activity, strength training, benefits muscle mass, bone density, metabolic health, and our overall functioning in day-to-day life. Again, that's true. But a mom may understand all of this and still struggle to consistently get her exercise in because maybe she has limited childcare, limited time, limited energy, limited ability physically. The issue, again, is not a lack of knowledge. The issue is finding a realistic way to apply that knowledge within the constraints of motherhood and everyday life. This is why so many moms become so discouraged and they quit. Because we start something and we instantly assume we're the problem. We think, I know what to do, so why can't I just do it? I must not be disciplined enough. I must not be motivated enough. I must be failing. And yes, there's times we lack discipline and we need to be disciplined, but that's often not what's happening at all. What's happening is you're trying to force perfect. You're trying to force these vacuumed, boxed in recommendations that weren't built for the season of life that you were in. Those are not the same thing. That is not failure, okay? That is a failure in being able to do it true to the season you are in. because you don't have a plan true to you. One of the things that I love about evidence-based coaching is that it recognizes human beings are not robots. We are not machines. We are real people. People that have lives, mothers that have lives, people that have responsibilities, that have stress, that have changing circumstances out of our control, people that go through seasons. Effective health habits aren't built around perfection. They are built around sustainability. The goal isn't creating an ideal plan and the perfect plan on paper. I'm guilty of doing this at times. The goal is to create a plan that can actually work in real life and according to the season you are currently in. Because a perfect plan that you cannot sustain isn't actually a good plan at all. A realistic plan that you can consistently follow, imperfectly but consistently follow, is far more effective. This is one of the biggest shifts that I wish more moms understood. I want you, mama on the other side of this screen, to stop asking, what is the perfect plan? What is the perfect diet? And I want you to start asking, what is the most realistic plan for my current season? Yes, you need to make it a priority, but you've got to do it true to the season you are in. The season matters, your responsibility matters, your stress load matters, your sleep currently matters, your support system matters, and all of those factors influence what successful health habits and wellness will look like for you. A mom with a newborn may need an entirely different approach than a mom with a teenager. A mom recovering postpartum very freshly may need a completely different approach than a mom prepping for a marathon who had her last baby 10 years ago. A mom navigating an autoimmune disease, I feel you, may need an entirely different approach than the mom without any of those genetic challenges. Different isn't failure. Different is normal. And that is why more information is not often the answer to getting your wellness journey going. Many moms do not need another meal plan. We don't need another workout. We don't need another list of things to do, another post telling us to drink our water. What we often need is help applying what we already know. And that is what I do as a coach. Information without application creates frustration. Information without implementation creates overwhelm. Information without action creates guilt. And the solution isn't always learning more. Sometimes the solution is simplifying. Sometimes the solution is focusing on one habit at a time. Sometimes the solution is building systems. Sometimes the solution is lowering the bar enough to be consistent and build momentum from there. Sometimes the solution is recognizing that your current season requires flexibility instead of perfect action. So, if you've been feeling overwhelmed by all of the health information online, I want to encourage you instead of you feeling discouraged. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are not broken. You are living a real human life. Real human lives require real human solutions. The goal isn't to know everything. The goal is to consistently apply the most important things because health isn't built by collecting information. Health is built through repeated action, imperfect action over time. And that's good news. It's exciting news because it means you don't need another 100 health tips. You need a plan that works for your life. And it doesn't mean it isn't possible for you. You just need the plan that is right for you. Your body and you deserve more than generalized answers. It deserves a guidance that understands the unique person you are behind the questions you ask. So, if you're feeling a little crazy, you're not crazy. In order to be successful, you need a plan that is created for the season you are in. I am here to help if you need that, whether that's through education or whether that's through encouragement from one mama to another. I am a nutrition coach and a trainer. I'm also specialized in pre- and postnatal women's health and menopause. I'm here to help you educationally and as a coach, as a trainer, every single step of the way. But I am also here to help you as a mom on the other side of the screen. So whatever you need, I am here for you. And I just want you to know you're not crazy. Sometimes more is not the solution. Sometimes we continue to fail at things just because we haven't built them sustainably into the season we are in. And so we start bunny hopping from this thing to that thing, to this fad diet, to this new exercise program. And all while we are hopping, we continue to just miss the key point, which is imperfect consistency. You can't be consistent if your plan is not built for the season you are in. So you're not failing. If you're wondering, what is my freaking problem? And you're constantly asking yourself that, like, why can't I stick to anything? Yes, if you're struggling with discipline, if you're struggling with showing up when you don't feel like it, you just got to do it, all right? Motherhood, we do it all the time as moms. You can do it in your wellness journey. I believe in you. I see you do it every single day because I do it every single day in motherhood. Motherhood's actually gifted us a lot of character and healthy habits and strong mindset, right? If we allow it to. It's already built that in you through motherhood. So if you can do it as mom, you can do it in your wellness journey. So if that's your problem, you just got to do it anyways, right? If you need encouragement with that, I'm here for you. But if you're struggling, saying no, like I have the best of intentions and I even the best of mindsets going towards this. I want this. I'm serious about this. And I don't know why I can't stick to it. It's so frustrating. Maybe it's making you feel like a failure. Maybe it's not that you are failing. Maybe it's that the plan is failing you. You are a real person. All right. You've got to have a plan that is right for you uniquely and very specifically and importantly, you've got to have a plan that meets you in the season you're at. You got to get a plan that meets you where you're at now and gets you where you want to go then. You can't get here if you don't start here. Jumping midway or even to the end almost, thinking like, oh, and I can operate at this level when you're starting at baseline. Or maybe you jump back to a plan that worked when you didn't have any kids. That's not going to work the same now that you have a kid. Maybe for me, I've noticed the more kids I've had to adapt. My plan with 1 or 2 kids looks entirely different now with 4 kids. That's okay. Okay, what matters is that you make it a priority, that you enable yourself and your health and your wellness by making it a priority. True to the season you are in. So does it matter? Absolutely. Do you need to make it a priority? Absolutely. But you got to do it true to the season you're in. That is a key. Don't give up. But don't also expect a perfect standard or a perfect plan that wasn't built for real human life. And do not expect a plan that you had for a different season to work in the season you are currently in now. So I hope that was encouraging for you today. If you need help with that, let me know. Remember, you've got to make an effort doing this because you matter. Wellness is going to enable you in all that you do. And it allows you to give more in all that you do and to all of those around you. But also it matters because you matter. You matter and you are worth being well. So make it a priority, but be encouraged. You're probably not failing. It's that your plan is failing you. So if you need a plan, if you need help with that, remember sometimes information overload just works against us. Start small, start simple, start true to the season you're in. You matter. You are worth being well, mind, body, and soul. If this video was helpful, I would love it if you liked, subscribed, and turned on that notification bell. And if you want deeper support, workouts, and education, you can find everything linked in the caption below or the link to the app in my bio. Thank you for being here, and remember, you matter and you are worth being well, mind, body, and soul.